Eve did to Adam, I just pray my love don't lie to me.
Yeah. Yeah, you know what it is. 140 for the rebel, busy man shit, nigga. They turn their head over, nigga.
I pray what Eve did to Adam, I just pray my love don't lie to me. Swing the iron like Samson, I can't let no holder lie to me. I don't feel these rappers, all they lies is hypocrisy. Ain't no competition, ain't no rivalry. Niggas think I'm playing, I don't hear one word they saying, this shit light work. Think Muhammad one of us, he might lose his life first. Suckle up and stay alert, another cop can stretch the nigga. He ain't demon, this an exorcism, watch I bless the nigga. Took that open blood, then you know I'm gon' get active with you. Fuck the opposition, I see vision, let me paint the picture. Rappers can they spin, I ain't listening, is in fact the fear. If revenge was a woman, now I scope that bitch like Jacob. So I walk, we gon' run the summer, it's gon' be historical. Thought they making plays, made them niggas call the audible. As who run this shit, but that question is rhetorical. Bitch, I'm the one, me cookies with the oil. I'ma get them crackers, hell, should've never kidnapped my family. I can't do that, bet I be the last nigga standing. Do a life sentence for my niggas, pray you understand me. I might put a switch on this Glock and call it young baby. How you real triggering on them dots? You a bird feeder, claiming he a demon. What's a demon to a cold leader? What he saying something, I ain't hear him. This shit light. It ain't about who got the gun, it's about who gon' up that fight first. I turn a bad situation to a game change. Bring soldiers from the dead, just raise up the chain. 10 shots, I'ma look like Aaron Jones when I run it. Never bite the hand that feeds you, you'll never get that hand back. He bitching about 10%, I don't wanna hear none of that. He dropping sword, fuck him, just make sure you get that cover back. Look around, he ain't with us, probably cause he never was. Now my chin like you with the angels for your brothers. Everybody wanna be Richard Porter, God kill him like Alpo. Play if he want, it's laying in the trunk like Lee Malvo. I'm a certified woman's ass nigga, I am not a toy. Hey, out with that hollow side, yeah, this the rim accord. Feel like Gullah Jake when I'm in Fayetteville, you feel your boy. Still up on my brain, still I think that's all that I do. The way I get that boy lost, they gon' start to call him Elroy. Fuck his game, pop out on them demons like I'm Hellboy.
They killed, give me Isaiah 14 and 21. They did the same thing to my people. So you said that they put millions of my Should a murderer go to jail for murdering? Absolutely. Should a thief go to jail when he steals? Absolutely. Should a robber pay back the money he robbed? Absolutely. So why shouldn't the white man pay for what he did? That's right. That's right. One day you'll see just how it feels.
Yeah. On 44 shit, you know what I mean? Busy man. Look, when that shit drop, you step all the way on their neck, step on their neck and their head with that shit.
Fine then, I ain't show no mercy, we gon' show them boy what time it is. I pop out like I'm Samuel, I got time to kill. Haters thought I died, I survived. They don't know how I did it, got it out the mud, straight to glory. They don't know how I fed iceberg. He don't show them skills, how I show them skills. He ride, but he don't work the wheel, how I work the wheel. They mad, up to solid, circle tight, yeah, vacuum seal. No, they want my life, I ain't worried. I got rank for it, I got rigor soldiers, kill for me, nigga. Watch yourself. They said you been in beast mode lately, you is not self. When you dropping that fire, pressure smash, they inquiring. They can't stop what's coming, but I see them conspire. Cross the line, them firing. This bitch here, finna break the spin. No kindness, I don't trust you, circle small. You can keep your features. Me and my niggas don't keep no secrets. In the field like Jeepers Creepers, say they want some smoke, dog. So I brought these chimney sweeps. Ain't coming like we coming, you can't even cap. These niggas don't run it like we run it, bitch, don't even start. Bitch, I'm with my niggas till the end, till death do us part. If you wanna leave, you can leave, bitch. Bless your heart, fine then. I ain't show no mercy, we gon' show them boy what time it is. I see it on me, just know it's women, that bitch fully loaded. Ooh, yeah, we up and rolling. Told them I need major motion. Think I'm joking. I'ma school them niggas like they baby Jody. Got it out the dust, now I'm too clean, don't know why they hate me. What you want out life, dog? Guns and butter, baby boy. You PK top, dog. Certified road runner. I'ma turn that line into a damn tank. I got chopper stash in the attic like they Air Frank. They had that shit on lock till I snapped on them like bolt cutters. You cannot play both sides, gotta choose your colors. See I'm throwing that one up with that W, that's my blood, bro. Fine in. I ain't show no mercy, I'm gonna show them boy what time it is. I pop out like I'm Samuel. I got time to kill. Hey, the start I died, I survived. They don't know how I did it. Got it out the dust, straight to glory. They don't know how I feel. He nice, but he don't show the skills how I show the skills. He ride, but he don't work the wheel how I work the wheel. Ooh, I got it made, circle tight, yeah, back and seal. Said they want my life, I ain't worried, I got Ray for real.
Practice, not a game, not the game that I go out there and die for and play every game like.
Yeah. All right, we're the Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge. We started out at 1 West, 125th Street, Harlem, New York, under Commander General Yohana. I'm Officer 5000, Mataza Pa. I will be holding down tonight's class. I got the helm again. It's been a while, but I got it. Tonight is Brotherhood class. Of course, if anybody wants to chime in, raise your hand. Let's get it. Or if you in the chat, let me pull that up. If you're in the chat, go ahead. If you want to chime in, ask a question, whatever, just type it in. Let's get it. Everybody be careful. A lot of people are, we in classes. Classes don't stop, but of course, still be careful. Be mindful of the weather out there. It's getting a little crazy here, you know what I mean? So I'll just continue to have brothers check the weather, man. You know, if it get too crazy, I might have y'all cut out a little early, so. All right, so the first thing that I want to get into, okay, so tonight, right, I'm going to talk about this book right here that I got this year, man. You know what I mean? It's called The Iceman Inheritance, Prehistoric Sources of Western Man's Racism, Sexism, and Aggression. If I could. Yeah, I got some heat for you. I got a little something. All right, so, but before I do that, right? All right, shout out to shout out to everybody. Can I still see it from right here? Okay, I can still see it from right here, just so I can call it out. Let me run down. Shout out to Buffalo. I know that's my man, Yaquatazar. Jojo, Sonia, Sweetie, Shara, Yaquar, Aisharka, Zakia, Barak, Wana, Trooper Nahalia, what's going on, Trooper Nahalia? Pana Yana, Yasha Allah, Mykalia, Benton, Brianna, Bright, Itara, what's going on? All right, so the Lord is doing a whole lot of straightening. That's what's going on, a whole lot of straightening going on, right? What we see, right, is we see the scriptures actually coming to life. Like, like when I read the scriptures and just everything that I understand from the scriptures, and, when I sit back and I see what's going on in the news or stuff like that, right, and different stories, it's almost like the words are just jumping off the pages and coming to life. And, the Lord is exposing. The Lord is exposing everybody right now. You know what I mean? Like, it's the year of reckoning. Like, everybody getting exposed. And guess what? It don't matter what color you are, neither. It don't matter who you are. Everybody's getting exposed. More importantly, there's a group that I love that whenever they get exposed, Isaiah War, it's almost like, this untouchable force that, you can't say anything about, can't nothing, but even every dog get their day, right? So even they getting their day, what I seen was, I seen a video up in, if y'all haven't seen it, it's a video of a synagogue up in New York, up in Brooklyn. And what's happening, I'm going to just give you a little backdrop. Was you able to find it? Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to give you a little backdrop. So what's going on in the video, right, is there is some construction work that need to be done to the building because the building is deemed structurally unsound. When the people come in and try to fix the building, you get a group of these guys who come and try to block the people from fixing the building. So then, of course, the police have to come in. After the police come in, little bit of investigation goes on, and then it turns out that a little bit more is going on in the synagogue. A little bit more sinister is going on than what we actually think. So, if I could, we're gonna play this video real quick, and then I'm gonna just get y'all thoughts on it, see what's going on. Yeah. Can you make that big? Oh, so when they look at it, they're looking at it on the screens out there. They're this big. It says the tunnels were recently discovered at a Chabad Lubavitch synagogue. Y'all remember these terms? Look at that. What's going on under there?
Not gonna help. They try to. Because those guy wanted to go out. Those guy wanted to go out.
I want to clear the whole shoe.
Oh shoot! Why is that?
They want to fix this tonight. They need the shoe cleared.
And to why we need to expend something.
Not like this. We don't do that in America.
He said we don't do that in America. No, he just came out the sewer. Like a rat. And people were arrested.
I thought he was too.
Yeah, I'm literally when I seen it, that's what I thought that he was gonna say.
Before I started.
Mm-hmm.
Where was that? Here?
That was up in Brooklyn, yeah.
Oh, wow. I've never seen them get
Oh, we got Salaki. We're going haywire over here, huh? Salaki, y'all.
This is crazy.
So what do you think was going on for 10 people to get locked up? That's what I want to know. Of course, you got it.
Oh, Salaki, and this is just
Speculation.
The conclusion I'm coming up to. I think number one, they're breaking, codes as far as the city's concerned.
Of course.
Number two, they were in Mexico child trafficking. So I wouldn't be surprised if that's something that they're doing to conceal. They're doing something illegal to conceal their activity.
Definitely something illegal for it's just like when the landlord comes here and he has to fix something with the water. I mean, y'all have seen it plenty of times. Do we have anything to hide? We let them come in here, fix the water, do what they got to do, then they get the hell out of here. But if you have something to hide, all of us are going to try to go arm in arm and try to stop people from coming in here, see what's going on. Then when they finally come in here, they see tunnels. Why would you need any tunnels like that when we've seen throughout the last few years the different I want to say satellite groups of these people who were caught trafficking children, like Mexico, New Jersey, different places where they've been caught in rings, like where child trafficking rings have been broken up. They've been at the forefront of it. Okay, and then so what is going on? We don't necessarily know exactly what happened in that. Maybe somebody can Google it. It might be out by now, right? It might be in some type of article or something by now, but we do know that something sinister is going on. Yeah, of course, of course. That's supposed to be a holy place. That place is raggedy. It's like a dungeon. It's like, what could you possibly be doing down there? Imagine Commandant General Yohana in a hole somewhere, you know, hiding down in a hole somewhere, doing something weird, or the generals down in a hole somewhere doing something weird, popping up out the what was that, out the grates like a rat would do. Literally out the grate. It didn't even look like because the grate was still down. It was just like a little crack in it. Like he just slivered his little body, snake body out.
Like, if I may, it looked like he had that little newspaper thing covering that. Like that was the cover up.
Mm-hmm.
So that thing slides out the way, and then he comes up out
right
the bag on the ground and shit.
So imagine. Why would you come out? That's not the normal way to travel. Right. That's not a normal way to travel. And so if you could come out that way, then that means you could do what? Go in that way. I would like to you know how people be like, well, to be a human being and to give them the benefit of the doubt, you would want to believe that, but look how they were constructed. I don't think that was that's being used for safety measures. That's being used for something sinister. Them clothes, you see, it was closed down there. It was all that. Did you? And one more thing, right? And you have to watch a lot of CSI to catch this. Did y'all see that? Like it was like a dirt type thing, like a dirt pit type thing, with like loose dirt. It wasn't packed down dirt. When they lift that up, we're gonna see how many skulls and bones is down there. That's a bar, Skull and Bones, 322. Go ahead.
I was gonna say,
George Bush in there.
It looks like it has been inhabited.
Yeah, it definitely does.
It looked like I recall a long time ago. It was a girl in Philadelphia that got kidnapped.
Mm-hmm.
Her name was Erica Pratt.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? And she was in the basement of a house that looked just like that. You know what I'm saying? The ground is dirty.
Yeah.
They gave her a bucket to piss in, basically. You know what I mean? And a mattress to sleep on.
Yeah.
And that was it. They just tied electrical tape around her eyes. That place, when I saw that, it reminded me
like a dungeon.
She was in.
Yeah, like some type of dungeon.
Yeah.
Because if something sinister wasn't going on, right, why would people fight for you not to see it? If it's just a shelter, if it's just a bomb shelter, if it's just somewhere where they just store rations up like we do back here for if something happens and we can all get together here and eat and, you know, still be safe and, you know, keep each other secure and stuff like that. Why would you have a problem with somebody seeing that? Yeah, it's definitely something going on, right? And somebody give me Deuteronomy 25. I'll show you why. I don't give them the benefit of the doubt. Oh, Salakia, Mish Rouge. I'm Officer of 5000 Matazapa. Captain Tazaiwan is my brother. He's not here today, Salakia. Y'all in the truck. Y'all in the truck. Sometimes they say we sound alike.
I did just think of something also with all of our brothers and sisters that are coming over from Mexico.
Mm-hmm.
They could be trying to do something with them, like put them into some type of new age slavery or something like that.
I mean, yeah, for sure, you never know what's going on. with me, okay, it could be any type of an adult, teenager, whatever. I'm more inclined. I'm gonna play devil's advocate. I'm more inclined to think it's children, just the way I see how everything with entertainment and everything with just the upper echelon people, you know, it's all coming out, and it's all got a lot to do with children, and yeah, not to say that this event has anything to do with children or not, but we're just checking the MO. I was looking at the Jeffrey Epstein, a video from Jeffrey Epstein, and there was a girl that was talking about how she was at the island, and she was being SA'd 3 times a day, and she was 10 years old. 10 years old, and this is a video that I'm sure I saved. But I'm not going to find it right now. I don't got time. Y'all can find that on your own. But yeah, they have people speaking out about the Jeffrey Epstein thing, and this is his people, right? This is his people. I'm starting to notice a culture here, and I notice a culture that's allowed to proliferate because of their religious text that they read. In their religious text, it does say that. No harm would come to you if you SA or sleep with a 3-year-old kid. You know what I mean? I mean, y'all don't believe me. It's if y'all don't believe me, okay. I'm not okay. So this is just for y'all in here, right? I can show. Matter of fact, I can show you the book. I just ain't got to tell you what's in it, right? You can get this book right here. And this book right here is tell you the different things they have in the Talmud, in the Mishnah, you know, the different things they believe and stuff like that. And it's all backed up by facts. So, actually, I got a Talmud in my cart. I just got to purchase it. But so that, of course, I'll have it for myself. I don't really need it. I don't really care about it. There's only 2 things that I really cut, 3 things that I go in there for. Unkelos. Unkelos is the father of the Hasidic movement. What we seen today, right? The people, remember it said it was a Chabad Lubavitch synagogue. Chabad Lubavitch is like this name of it's called the Hasidic movement. Y'all know they called the Hasids, the Hasidics. I think I can still read them on Wikipedia. Let me see. So, Unkelos. Hold on, real quick. Okay, so Unkelos, right? So y'all can't see it. The brothers and sisters in the school can see it. Y'all could just listen and follow along. But Unkelos on Wikipedia. Matter of fact, I could probably add it to the stream so they can read it. Okay. You putting it in there? You putting it in the stream? All right. I'm gonna put this in. I'm gonna put this something in the stream, right? It's something for everybody to know who that we know what we're talking about here, right? We're not just picking on people or anything like that. We understand who Amalek is. We understand who Esau is, and I'm gonna show you today how I know these who these people are, right? And this comes from their Talmud. I'm gonna read the Wikipedia page, but you can read Unkelos and you can Google Unkelos from out the Talmud, and it'll show you what I'm talking about. Damn, that's kind of small. That's just small for us, right?
Well, yeah,
That's it, but they could still see it. They should be okay. So when I go there, they still looking at that, right? Okay, so I'm gonna just move it here for y'all. Okay, it says Unkelos. This is Wikipedia, right? And of course, I'm not a Wikipedia scholar. You could use the actual Talmud, which is their source, You could read it straight out of there. So I can read it from here because it coincides with that. So Unkelos, right? It says possibly identical to Aquila of Sinope. He was a what? Roman national. Let's get that straight. Unkelos was a Roman national who converted, who did what? Converted, who did what? Converted to Judaism in the Tanaic times. So this is about what? 35 to 120. This is what, first century? First century here? First century. This guy, Unkelos, converted to the religion of, or the culture of, black people, right? The Jews or Judeans. Unkelos is mentioned several times in the what? In the Talmud, in their religious book. Let me get to the one part. It says he is a prominent, according to traditional Jewish sources, I'm reading in the part under the Talmud, it says he was a prominent Roman nobleman, the son of a man named Callinicus, and the sister of Titus. The sister of who? Titus. Who's Titus? Roman emperor. Y'all know, y'all hear about Titus and Vespasian. According to the Midrash, he was a nephew of Hadrian and not Titus. Neither of these assertions are historical. Hadrian's sister is his only sibling, had a daughter, and the only known child of either of Titus' siblings to survive. So there's in one, they're saying that maybe he's not related to those people, or somebody's not related to those people. But in either case, we understand that Unkelos is a Roman convert. Unkelos's conversion is the subject of a story wherein the first consulted with the spirits of three deceased, whatever. I'm looking for the part where it says he started modern day citizen. Maybe it's not in this one. See if I can find something else. All right, so I'm gonna Google something else real quick, but we understand that he's the Roman convert, right? We understand that he's a what? What's a Roman convert? What's another word for a Roman?
Edomite.
Edomite. All right. Give me 1 second. You can take that on that screen. Did you have your hand up? I thought I see you. They have a team, right? You ever heard of the team that go out and they only their sole purpose is to change Wikipedia? Yeah, the update. It's a team. It's a team in Israel. It's a team in Israel, and what they do is they learn how to manipulate Wikipedia. Yeah. So the video, of course, I got the video where the dude he's telling you, you see him all in the room, and he's telling you what's going on. But a lot of those videos aren't allowed to be played on YouTube now. All of a sudden, you got to play everything on Rumble. So look, everybody, be looking forward to some different changes like that as well. At some point, our voice will not be shut down. If YouTube is making a certain push to just shut everything down, well, look, we're just going to move over to Rumble. We'll just move over to BitChute. We'll just move over to Kick. We'll move over to other places where we can say what we want to, and still and say what we want to, how we want to. So I was looking for the oh man. So you can look up Onkelos, of course. Not only, you know, of course, Wikipedia. You can look him up in the Jewish Encyclopedia right here. It tells you the same exact thing. But I was looking for something, right? I was reading something, and it showed me. I should have marked it. It said that he was the father. Onkelos comes from the Kalonymus family. That might be what it. That might be why I don't see the father of the Hasidic movement. It's called the Kalonymus family. Now, okay, the Kalonymus family was one of the. It was a Roman family that came out of Italy back in I forgot, right, during the Middle Ages or something like that, and this family went up to like Poland, around that area, and they were that's what it is. The Kalonymus family is a prominent Jewish family who lived in Italy, mostly in Lucca and in Rome, which after the settlement of Mainz and Speyer of several of its members took during its many generations a leading part in the development of Jewish learning in Germany. What is their symbol, y'all? Somebody tell me what that symbol is. I'll show you right here. I mean, the Lord just made it just so simple. Lord just made it so simple. It's very easy. The Bible is a great thing, you know, when you can understand it. The Kalonymus family, right? The Kalonymus family. I want that one part that I'm looking for, because you know I don't like to say stuff and people be like, look, see, he lying. He don't, you know. I'm looking for the one part where it says. Yeah, it's okay. It says the family, according to many, considered the foundation of Hakme province and the Ashkenazi Hasidism. You see it up there on the screen? Bong. Stop playing. So what it was I got, so Onkelos is a member of the Kalonymus family. So the Kalonymus family is, and the name should technically be spelled Kalonymus. Boom, yeah, they came, which occurs in Greece, Italy, yeah. So this family went up to Germany, right? And they started that movement, the Hasidism movement. The Hasidism movement is the Chabad Lubavitch. The Chabad Lubavitch is that group of people right there that had the stuff going on in the tunnel. Mm. I went on all around this whole thing, but my point of showing you all of that, right? Of course, to give you who these people are. Now we got their family name. We know who they are. That was one thing that I didn't have at first, right? I knew about their conversions from Josephus. I knew about Esther, right? And Esther where they converted, and Josephus where they converted. But it was like I still had to know who was who. Like how did, like, through the dark ages, how did they become who they became? That's how they popped up. This is who they come from. They're Romans, man. They're Romans. They're Romans who took black culture, and some created Christianity, some created Judaism. All still same family, and has nothing to do with us, right? I just wanted to get that part. Did somebody read Deuteronomy 25 and 17? Let's get that real quick. Salargi. You can take that off the screen from the water.
The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 25, verse 17.
Mm-hmm.
Remember what Amalek did unto thee by the way, when ye were come forth out of Egypt.
Mm-hmm.
how he met thee by the way, and smote the hindmost of thee.
Y'all remember that story? We coming out the wilderness, and we coming out, and of course, vulnerable, right? Vulnerable people. You're coming out of a slavery, right? You're coming out of a slavery. The only thing we got is what we got on our back or what we got from the damn Egyptians, right? And as we coming out, and the Lord is leading us. The Lord is leading us to the promised land. This is us making our exodus to where the land that the Lord promised our forefathers. And as we're going to this land, as we're making this trek, of course it ain't just, of course the Lord, it's more to it than just us just going to the damn promised land. It's us going to the promised land, but it's still the Lord seeing who deserves to be there. You see what I'm saying? Because the whole 40 years in the wilderness for us to do what, y'all? Anybody? To do what? What was the 40 years in the wilderness to do?
To kill us.
It was to kill you, but give me what it says. Bring me home with it. It was to kill you, but what else was it to do? What else was it to do? I got a scripture for you. Who said that? Yes.
To prove us, sir?
Prove. That's what the scripture, that's exactly what the scripture says, to prove thee. And I'm not going to go to it. I'm just going to give you the scripture. Right. It says, Deuteronomy 8:2, it says, and thou shalt remember all the way which the Lord thy God led thee these 40 years in the wilderness, to humble thee and to prove thee, to know what was in thine heart, whether thou wouldest keep his commandments or no. Right. So the Lord wants to know who's going to rock with me and who's not rocking with me. Right. As all of this is going on, you got this piece of garbage, Amalek. Right. It said that Amalek smote the what? He smote the what?
Hindmost.
What does that mean?
So that would be the people that were in the back.
Right. They smote the back. Right. They attacked the back. And who would be in the back, Kohal?
The women, children, elderly.
Come on now. They attacked our women, children, elderly, sick. That's even how like wolves and you ever see like the more sicker ones usually be in the back, and there'll be some strong ones in the front, and there still might even be a couple strong ones in the back too, to like straggling, holding up the rear. They won't necessarily, like if this is the sick ones, they'll be straggling off back, walking. They attack the hindermost. Why? Because they're cowards. Why wouldn't you attack when I first see you, punch you in the mouth? You know, I'll wait till you turn around and punch you in the back of your head. Give you one to the back of your head, right? This is who we're dealing with. And to bring it all the way back to the reason why I'm reading this scripture is because I don't give them any credit for anything. This is the reason why I don't trust them, because I remember what they did back in the wilderness. Right? Read on.
Even all that were feeble behind thee, when thou wast faint and weary, and he feared not God.
And he what?
Feared not God.
Any more on that? Read on. Read it down to 19, I guess.
Therefore it shall be, when the Lord thy God hath given thee rest from all thine enemies round about.
It says, when the Lord thy God will do what?
Given thee rest from all thy enemies round about.
Who the Lord gonna give rest to?
The Israelites.
Okay, go ahead.
In the land which the Lord thy God giveth thee for an inheritance to possess it.
Right, that's where we're supposed to get our rest at. So what is that showing you? That is showing you that this isn't our place of rest. This isn't our place of rest. We've got comfortable as hell here. Oh, we didn't got comfortable. We didn't got an Xbox 5. No, PlayStation 5. I don't even know the difference. You know what, Mom? You know what I got for my Xbox 360. My mom gave me. She put an X on the shoebox and spent it. She put an X on the shoebox and spent it. Say, here go your Xbox 360. Here go your Xbox 360. I ain't got that. I ain't had them luxuries.
Slovakia, sir.
Mm-hmm.
Don't let Steve Harvey hear that.
Oh, he gonna take my joke. Hey, he gonna take my joke. Yeah, that's funny. Yeah, hey, nobody got no words for Cat, man. They ain't answering Cat right now. But okay, that just shows you. It says that the Lord was going to. We're going to our place of rest, right? Which is where? In Israel, the land of milk and honey. Ooh wee. That also shows you that this isn't our place of rest.
Right.
Right. This is the place of our captivity. The scripture says in Baruch, I think it's chapter 3 or chapter 4, it says, in the place of their captivity, we were like, y'all know what I'm talking about, man. We would like, we would think about ourselves, like we would think ourselves, and we would remember like who we are, and we would remember and we would start to do right. That's actually what's going on now. This is our place of captivity. And we're starting to remember who we are. Right. And we're changing our ways, we're changing our lives, and we're changing people around us. We got people even I would say some of the other nations. We got bowing down, kissing boots, stuff that's unheard of, right? But of course, again, this is not our place of rest. Read that. Keep going from where you was at.
Khan. Thy God hath given thee rest from all thine enemies round about in the land which the Lord thy God giveth thee for an inheritance to possess it, that thou shalt blot out the remembrance of Amalek.
That thou shalt do what?
Blot out the remembrance of Amalek.
We were supposed to blot out the remembrance of Amalek. But watching this video, aren't we still remembering Amalek? Why are we still remembering Amalek? Somebody tell me how we still remember it. Why we still remember Amalek? Do you understand it correctly? That's why we still remember him. Because read that part that you just said.
Khan. That thou shalt blot out the remembrance of Amalek from under heaven.
Amalek was supposed to be blotted out.
Right.
But Amalek wasn't blotted out. Why? Because Saul wanted to do whatever the hell Saul had in his mind, right? And because Saul didn't do what he was supposed to do, look at us dealing with we dealing with them problems now.
Right.
We dealing with them now. Amalek then went crazy. Amalek down there got tunnels. They got tunnels, man. What you got going on down there, man? They popping up out the damn sewer grates. Like it looked like a full. I didn't even see a crack in the grate. Like, what the hell? It just like oozed through the damn grate. Like, what the hell? Salakia. Could you, where we at? Oh, you got the scripture up there. Oh, sorry, Christ. The water. You got a little bit more left? Go ahead.
That thou shalt blot out the remembrance of Amalek from under heaven. Thou shalt not forget it.
Thou shalt not what?
Thou shalt not forget it.
Thou shalt not forget it. All right. Let me show you something. Salaki. So I had oh Lord, it'd be all up in my nose. All right, so Amalek, that's who we dealing with, right? Give me Revelations 3 and 9. What's that? 2 and 9, 3 and 9? Let me get those real quick before I move on. For anybody in here who don't know what the scriptures say about Amalek. All right.
Kanadawankan. The book of Revelations, chapter 2, verse 9. I know thy works and tribulation and poverty, but thou art rich.
What is being said right here?
In this, Salakia, in this instance, sir, Yahushua is talking about he knows the condition of the hell that blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans are going through.
Mm-hmm. But what?
And that we were in poverty, but he knows that we are actually rich.
We're actually rich, right?
Spiritually. And I know, Salakia.
We're actually rich. No, you got it. Go ahead.
And I know the blasphemy of them which say they are Jews.
Which say they are what?
They are Jews and are not.
Yo, you know what's funny? I was watching a video of this KKK dude, and he pulled this scripture right here. It's like the black Hebrew Israelites. Yeah, they say they the Jews. I got a scripture for you right here. Revelations 2 and 9. That say they are Jews and are not. I was crying. Go ahead. You can finish it out. Salakia.
Kanadawankan. Them which say they are Jews and are not, but are the synagogue of Satan.
Right.
Salakia, sir, if I could.
You got it.
Now,
right, the tunnels, all that stuff going on down there in them tunnels, right?
Under their synagogues, and on top of that,
and then who is? Of course, there's. We know, right? We know, based on how that was written, who it's talking about, right? Are we in the synagogue? We don't call it. We don't call this that. We call this a school.
Right.
We call it the same thing Paul and everybody else called the damn things. Schools.
Right.
Churches. Right. Churches. What? Got more specifically. Body of men. A body of men. Matter of fact, y'all, that's in the Zondervan, right? Y'all get me right. Zondervan. Somebody pull that for the sisters, just so we. Say that again. Ecclesiastes. What's the? I don't know the meaning. Somebody gotta get me right. That's what the church. Oh, that's what the dude out there be saying. Ecclesia.
Right. That's what he.
Ecclesia is the Greek form of it. Go ahead. What did it say?
It's assembly.
Yeah, did it just say assembly?
Yeah, kind of. It said,
maybe I heard it like that from yesteryear. Just say assembly.
Yeah, this doesn't give me a whole description. Hold on a second. This junk going all over the place. I need the other. It's giving the whole history.
Yeah.
So it says the English church derives from the Greek Kyriakos.
So we'll just say we're just going to say assembly.
Yeah, but it stands for another Greek word, ecclesia.
But I'm sure that's the way I heard it. I'm 90% sure that's the way I heard it broken down. Either way, okay, assembly, right? So,
or called out ones.
What did it say?
It means assembled or called out ones.
Called out ones.
Concept.
Okay. Was we reading the scripture? Can we finish that?
and we still have 3 and 9 as well.
Okay, you got it.
Salaki, I'll just take it from the top.
Uh-huh.
The book of Revelations, chapter 3, verse 9. Behold, I will make them of the synagogue of Satan, which say they are Jews and are not, but do lie. Behold, I will make them to come and worship before thy feet.
I'm going to just show you an example of the scriptures coming to life. It said that, read that one more time, that last part. It says, and do what? It said lie. What did it say?
And are not, but do lie.
But do what?
But do lie.
I'm gonna give you an example. Remember when I talked about the scriptures coming to life? And do lie. What? And I got it over top. I got it over top of this one right here. That is a 7-stick menorah. That's what the Lord commanded.
Right.
But then what am I holding in my hand? A 9-stick menorah. And do lie. Right? Right. I thought I had a better picture. Read on.
Kananawakan. Salakia. Behold, I will make them to come and worship before thy feet, and to know that I have loved thee.
That the Lord has loved us. Like, that's comforting. That's comforting in knowing that, damn, at least somebody loves us, man. Right. You know, in this world, on this earth, nobody loves a black man. Nobody loves black women, right? And we've gotten to the point where we don't love black men and we don't love black women. We don't love each other. We don't love ourselves, right? And so that's why we have to have these brotherhood classes so that we can get back to a place where we used to be before civil rights. Because we didn't necessarily, a lot of people were still Christians and stuff like that, right? But before civil rights, we still had a sense of who the enemy was and who our brothers and sisters were. But soon as you know, we begged to eat them spit burgers. What you think they was doing to them burgers back there? That they was doing at them sit-ins? You think they really cooked it up and gave them a hearty meal? Yeah, okay, right. So we begged for that, and then we lost ourselves along the way. We allowed ourselves to lose our culture or lose ourselves, and we picked up their culture. And what we're going to see from this book right here, the Iceman Inheritance, which he's a devil, he's an Edomite, but he's going to tell the truth in his people, right? And how us being around them could never benefit us. All right. I'm going to just start off. This is a tidbit I found in a book that was it's off subject. It's off subject, but I'm gonna still have you read it. It's off subject. I'm gonna still have you read it though, just so we can understand that the way we think here in Western culture is not how it is anywhere else.
All right. This is the Iceman Inheritance by Michael Bradley.
Yeah, which one? I couldn't remember which one. I know. Chosen People from the Caucasus. Oh, that's what it was. Michael Bradley. So y'all know who we dealing with. Y'all know we dealing with a scholar. He does have another book that we use in the school, Chosen People of the Caucasus. Chosen People of the Caucasus has some great history in it. Undeniable history, unquestionable. But nevertheless, it's history that, you know, some people seek to sweep under the rug. Right? They don't want us to talk about it. So, but we're going to talk about it as much as we can. All right. So, all right. This part right here. This is all. It's off the subject. I'm still going. Well, it's not off the subject. It's still along the lines of how we think in Western culture. Go ahead.
This is page 151. Only in the West.
Only in the West. That's here, right? Mm-hmm. These countries over here, European countries. Go ahead.
Has monogamy been consistently and at least nominally enshrined as the norm?
Right. Only here. Right. Only here where we're at is this something that's enshrined as the norm.
Right.
Why is that so? When you look at, I think it's chapter 10 in W.E.B. Du Bois' Souls of Black Folks, right? W.E.B. Du Bois talks about how black folks, when we came over here, how brothers had multiple wives. Brother, it's not uncommon for us to have multiple wives.
Right.
But how Esau stopped it. Why? Because he talks about how black women still was looking up to us as the protector and stuff like that. And so he stopped that, and he stopped he made it he explains it as he gives another reason too. It's still like another form of control, monogamy, as like another form of control.
Right.
But you see how even he's telling you that the way it's enshrined as a norm is only here in Western culture. Right. We've been grown up, or we've been taught one thing one way for so long that when we see it, or we see certain things, even if it's biblical, it looks weird to us. It looks weird, and we can't comprehend it because we're so Europeanized. But go to the front, right? Go to the front of that book, and it should be like I guess the first set of highlights. Let's see what we have there. Yeah, let me see if I could real quick. So I see you got your table set up. It looked like when I be on the airplane. Yeah, definitely. You like your little table that come out, your little laptop and everything. So we'll read this one. Okay, so we'll read that paragraph right there, and then we'll start here. Let's see where we get to. Mm-hmm.
All right, Con.
Philip Platt, Louisiana in the building. All right, you got it.
All right, it says Caucasians in general have an inferiority complex.
Say that again.
Caucasians in general have an inferiority complex.
I thought we had the inferiority complex, right, and they had the superiority complex. Coming to find out, we do have an inferiority complex. Black people do have you have to be broken out of that.
Right.
The only way you can get broken out of that is to understand you're Israelite, come in here and realize your true power.
Right.
But one thing that we didn't understand before is that they actually have an inferiority complex. You know, we be thinking that they so strong and so mighty, but they're not.
I was going to say they definitely do, because they have so much fear.
Yeah.
And our ability to gain power. Once we gain power, that there's no way that they can conquer us.
Yeah.
So their whole existence has always been to make us not know who we are, to take our power away from us, so that we never can come into our full power and take our position.
Right. You gotta try to teach us that we're dumb and stupid.
Right.
You know what I mean? You gotta try to right. You gotta try to beat us into submission. You gotta make laws for us to do things. Yeah, you know what I mean? You gotta really be a vicious animal to subject us, to make us inferior.
If I could, and I've never heard that before, but it's making perfect sense. It reminds me of, like, you ever play like basketball with a child and you give them like a head start in points, or somebody that you know you're better than, you give them a head start in points. This is the opposite of that. They're making sure that they have the head start in every single thing. They make sure they take any infrastructure, brick and mortar that we have.
Yeah.
And then, like Azawar said, they make sure that, you know, since they're scared, that, and they have the inferiority complex that they can make sure we never gain power.
That
makes perfect sense.
Like, could you imagine the people that you are subjecting, the people that you're oppressing still can run faster than you, still can jump higher than you, still can do everything better than you? You're like, God damn it. You know what I mean? Why are these people so good? Everybody hates us. I don't know how I can flip this. I want to say on the flip side, I would say everybody loves our culture. You know, they don't necessarily love us, but they love the things that we do.
Right.
I seen a hand.
Come on. I was just going to say, I know it tears them up when their people say that we are equal.
Like, goddamn.
After all that they did to us, their people. That's you know, I'm not talking about their elite, but their people. They'll say, no, we are all equal. We got the same blood. We all the same. Meanwhile, we're telling them because they know. They know that we're better than them.
Right.
You know what I mean? On this level and things like that. We just don't have the wealth that they might have from their families, generations and generations and generations.
Right.
But they know that their people that's supposed to be taking care of them, they don't take care of them. They take care of themselves. And therefore, the people that ain't got the same things that they have, like the elite have, then they turn around and say, well, look, we're all equal. We're all the same.
Now we're equal.
And we holding hands at the daggone rallies.
You know where I never understood how you can march against the oppressor with the oppressor. But you know where our inferiority, if I said that right, was where it comes from. It stems from fear. It just stems from fear. We're just afraid.
Their fear and our fear.
Yeah. Ours, you know, we won't allow ourselves to be great because we're just afraid. You know, we're just afraid of them. It's really a fact. In order for you to be strong, you got to understand that at one point you was afraid.
That's heavy because when you think about how when we was left to ourselves and how we were able to build up and become better than them, look what happened.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? They had to come and kill it all.
Destroy it.
So we of course we have that inferiority complex because we believe that we don't have a defense. Imagine you got 20 niggas that think like Thussia, 20 niggas that think like you, 20 niggas with the brains of Quahal, you know, or however many that's in this damn town of, let's just use Tulsa, Oklahoma. Right.
Imagine that. Imagine how great this place is getting. This place is getting great. Y'all know what else happened in Tulsa, Oklahoma, too? I'm sidebarring. Y'all know what else happened in Tulsa, Oklahoma? They had an Edomite running the bank. They had an Edomite running the bank in Tulsa, Oklahoma. And guess what happened? He lent out all the money to Edomites. He lent out all the money to Edomites, and that's what happened to their money. They never got their money. He just gave loans out. Dang. But they understand that they cannot. They got to keep their foot on your neck. Right. It always has to be. It always has to be some type of something that comes, some new form of oppression, some new form of racism, some new form of something to keep you back. Because if not, then you will be those black people that was able to come up in Tulsa, Oklahoma. That, you know what I mean? You will realize your true potential. If 2 or 3 rich black people put their money together, man, we wouldn't even be. Why do we even keep dealing with the negative images that we see, that we get portrayed of ourselves on the movie screen? Why don't we have our own motion movie picture, however you say it, motion picture studio? How come we don't got our own movie theaters, our own anything, everything? We don't have that. We don't have nothing. Right. Why? Fear. I mean, goddamn, we got all the money in the world. We wasted on McLarens. We wasted on jewelry. Just take some of that damn jewelry off. Who wears their wealth on a body? Broke people. Why the hell we got to wear our wealth on our body?
It's funny because it's funny you say that.
Qual, if I could.
I think it was Kanye. Kanye was talking with Dave Chappelle. It's a joke.
I think I heard that too.
Yeah, and he was talking about, he was like, you know, when you're a billionaire, you don't wear your money on your chest.
He said you don't wear your money on your chest.
You know what I mean? And then Dave Chappelle said he took his joint off.
He said he went like,
he said, "I'll just tuck mine in."
Ooh, yeah, boy, you about to have me.
But that's what we do. Like somebody was I was watching this one documentary about this the woman that killed her husband, Lorenzen Wright, the basketball player, and she was talking about how I got a mansion on my neck. You know what I mean? I got a car around my shoulder.
Yeah.
Talking about her purse. You know what I mean? And it's just like, for what?
Why?
Like, why do we
right.
get so much?
And I'm pretty sure you got family members that's still in the hood.
And they the ones who was like, yeah, she did it.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure you got family members that's still in the hood. You know, you know why we got the house around our neck and all that kind of stuff like that? Because you just shitting on black, or you just doodling on other black people to make yourself feel better.
Right.
I'm just gonna shit on you, make me feel, like a man or something. That's all we do it for. I can obtain this and you can't.
Right.
Right. But really, it's nonsense.
Right.
Because that same chain, people dying over.
Right.
Half of them getting snatched. You can't even do a show without somebody snatching it, and then you a punk, and you ain't gonna go get it back anyway.
Right.
You ain't gonna go get it back anyway. So stop buying that stuff, man. Stop buying that stuff. Let's invest it.
Salakia, that's like the story of the dude that lived in the hood and he won the lottery for like $25,000. He bought a chain and somebody ripped it off his neck and dragged him out the store. I remember that.
That was a few years ago.
Right.
I think I remember that. Yeah. So he's saying, so my man Michael Bradley, what'd he say?
Oh, it's like.
Yeah, he's talking about Esau. The title of the class is Michael Bradley Speaks About Esau. So who is he talking about? He's talking about his people. This whole book is him talking about Edomites. It's him talking about Caucasian people. He'll use the term Caucasoids. He'll use the term white man. He'll even use the term Neanderthal.
Good name.
But it's still all he's snapping in here, right? But it's still all truth. That is factual. All right, go ahead.
Caucasians in general have an inferiority complex about their world position.
About their what?
World position.
Go ahead.
If they were secure within their alleged superiority, they would not have to shout it to the world so often and so loudly. You're not comfortable in your superiority. You know what? Give me Deuteronomy 7:6. I'm gonna show you why why they're not comfortable in their superiority, because they understand these scriptures too. You think they don't understand the scriptures? They know that there's these niggas out here that I have in subjection. They are superior because they understand who the Israelites are. The earth understands who the Israelites are. You got it. So, like I said, if I may,
let's get it.
I was definitely watching this. I was watching this documentary earlier about Rudy Ridge. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And that was their whole thing. You know what I mean? They know that they're inferior, and their biggest fear is that we are going to team up. Well, of course, they believe we're going to team up with the government. We're going to take over the entire world.
That's funny.
Which is crazy in itself.
We're going to team up with the government.
Team up with the government. You know what I mean? But their whole thing wasn't about, the Asians. We worried about the Asians, or we worried about the Arabs, we worried about the Africans. They was just saying the blacks are inferior, and they kept pushing that point.
Just
the blacks are inferior. Blacks are inferior. Blacks are not the Spanish, not anybody else. They kept saying that. You know what I mean? And it's like they're trying to convince themselves. You know what I mean? Because they know eventually when it comes down to it, it's gonna be us against them.
Right. I'm gonna show you another. I'm gonna show you another way that they. I'm gonna show you the different tactics that they use to convince themselves. Right. The IQ test. That's one. IQ test. Right. SATs, all them little tests, right, where you're being tested on their culture, their history, their way of doing things. It's all and it doesn't make any sense to us. You know what I mean? Because we don't maneuver that way or operate that way. Somewhere in this brain, we understand that the things that's going on is not right. We writing from right to left. You know what I mean?
Right.
We're not doing the things like that we would normally do. We're not writing from, hold on. No, we writing from left to right. We should be writing right to left. We should be right. Hold on.
Yeah, left to right.
Left to right. So yeah, so now hey, I like my kids like this is the other left, the other left, the other left, the other right. So they got us writing and reading left to right. But since I've been in the school, I've been writing and reading right, hold on. Left to right, right to left. It's weird. And that's the way we're supposed to be doing things, right to left. Right side to the left side. Right side to the left side.
That's how we read now.
Is it right to left? Am I right? Right to left. Yeah, right to left. Yeah, so yeah, right to left. So we supposed to be doing everything right to left. Yeah, I was my other left. But they got us doing everything. Everything is backwards.
Right.
You know, everything is backwards. We don't even have our own language. We don't understand anything about ourselves. I mean, and that's why they have to pay too.
Right.
How do you take somebody and hit them with the Men in Black pin? I mean, God damn, they hit the whole boat. Every boat that came over here, boom. They hit us all with the Men in Black pin. Now we just like shells. All right. Yeah, Deuteronomy 7 and 6.
The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 7, verse 6.
Mm-hmm.
For thou art an holy people unto the Lord thy God.
Right, separate people. Go ahead.
The Lord thy God hath chosen thee to be a special people.
They understand that the Lord chose a specific people, and they know this, that they're not the chosen people. They understand who you are. They know that the Lord chose you. Read on.
Unto himself, above all people.
Above all people. So they understand your superiority versus their inferiority. But in order to keep you sinning, they have to make you believe that you're inferior. They have to make you believe that you're nothing. They have to make you believe that you're nothing, that you're ignorant, you're dumb, you're stupid, and guess what? That you need them. And so if you need them, you need their culture, their philosophy, you need everything, their food. But guess what? Their food, their philosophy, their culture, everything gonna have you sinning against the Lord. Right. What's that? Judah 5 and 20. They said the dude already knew. If the dude already knew that if we was sinning, that the Lord wouldn't be with us, but if we wasn't, that the Lord would be with us. Esau understands that. He understands that if he can keep us sinning, then what? He can continue to rule over us. All right. You can go to the next one. Or if was there any more in that paragraph? Okay, go ahead.
When a people feel called upon to repeatedly announce their superiority to the world, it is suspected that behind all their pretense, they do not believe it as much as they want other people to believe they do.
Right. So hold on. Say that one more. Say that last sentence one more time.
They do not. When a people feel called upon to repeatedly announce their superiority to the world, it is suspected that behind all their pretense, they do not believe it as much as they want other people to believe they do.
So he's saying that his people don't believe, like when they say how great, America the great and all that kind of stuff, they don't really believe it.
Right.
They're just saying it. They want to believe it. It's a cadence. Right. You say it enough times, you tell a lie enough times, you believe it, right? We're going to move on. Go ahead.
White scholarly pretenders who are often authorities.
You see how he be talking? He gonna get me shut down. hey, Kana, I don't know no way. I can't censor it because that's literally what the dude wrote.
This is
literally what he wrote.
What he wrote.
It's not. This is not the brothers putting his spin on it. It's literally what this Edomite wrote. Go ahead.
White scholarly pretenders who are often authorities on things they know little or nothing about.
Snap.
Are not aware of the early European intellectual dependency on North African and Western Asia.
So he's saying that Caucasian civilization depended on North Africa and Western Asia. Mm-hmm. Meaning we're North Africa, West Asia, that's all Israel. That's Israel. Like Egypt and Israel. That's what I gathered from that. That region right there. What's that? What they call it? Levant? Levant area. I don't know.
Lebanon. No.
The Levant, Egypt, Israel, all that region right there. Mesopotamia, like that region. Their knowledge, their everything depends on that region. The culture, the knowledge, the books, the everything that already came from that region. Go ahead.
It's like for me, it's almost like he's saying, y'all forget. Y'all didn't know how to wash your butt.
Yeah, you ain't know how to do nothing.
Y'all used to wear your clothes until they fell off you.
Right.
Until the people.
And that's true. And that's true. That's true. He's saying you forgot. You took everything that you learned came from these people. Right. Go ahead.
They are also not aware that most of the so-called Greek philosophers not only studied in Egypt, but consulted Egyptian texts on a regular basis.
Right. That's the Greeks learned from. The Greeks learned from the Egyptians. Right. Go ahead.
According to Theophilus Abenga, in his work, The Pharaonic Origins of Greek Philosophy, published in 1990. Okay. The word philosophy is not of Greek origin. This European practice.
For real?
That's what it says here.
What?
That's what it says here. It says the Pharaonic Origins of Greek Philosophy, published in 1990. The word philosophy is not of Greek origin. This European practice of attributing the achievements of other people to themselves started during the Greco-Roman period and continued to this day.
What did you say? He said that what do they do?
It says this European practice of attributing the achievements of other people to themselves started during the Greco-Roman period and continued to this day.
Right. All the achievements of everybody else gets attributed to them. We'll see. I'll give you an example. When you look at the movies today, the Judeans look like them now. Right. But we know the Judeans were black people.
Right.
The Last Samurai. Goddamn. What's the one Mel Gibson? He was playing Braveheart.
What's the other one?
They attribute everybody's greatness to them. Tarzan. Moses. Come on, man. What did it say? Come on.
Yeah.
Right. Cowboys. Right. Cowboys is really Mexicans.
Right. That's why they call them boys.
They take everything and attribute it to all our goodness and attribute it to themselves. Mm-hmm. Right. Read on.
The racism that plagues us today had its origins in the second rise of Europe in the 15th and 16th centuries.
Can I see the book? I'm gonna skip up a little bit. See, he be dropping some heavy stuff in here. He dropping some heavy stuff. You can kill the internet with it, right? You can definitely kill the internet. Like, this is your people. Oh, no, I'm Salakia. Let me just let you keep on, Salakia. Yaquanta said The Last Shinobi. Y'all, what y'all know about Shinobi? Y'all remember that? That was a video game? Yeah. Y'all brothers is old, man. Y'all brothers getting up there, man. Y'all got at least about 3-4 decades under your belt.
He's playing in television.
You know what I
mean? During this period that the Europeans refer to as their Middle Ages or Dark Ages.
So whenever we hear the term Dark Ages, whenever we hear the term Middle Ages, that's Middle Ages and Dark Ages is synonymous with each other. But whenever we hear the Dark Ages, what do y'all know about the Dark Ages? What have you always been taught it what meant? I'm gonna get one of. That's what I was taught. That's what I was taught as well. That nothing intellectual was going on. Everybody was somehow dumb and stupid. And then what happened? The Enlightenment period. What was it? It was the Renaissance before the Enlightenment? Like all of a sudden, they just woke up.
Right.
Just got smart.
Just went off.
They just started painting. They just, the Renaissance, right? They started painting. They started writing poetry, books. Who the hell has been a dummy? What dummy have you ever seen just wake up and be a genius? It's crazy. That is literally crazy.
I think I'd be smart.
How do you explain? Mm-hmm. Are you good?
The 1,000 years that we were ruling over them,
Mm-hmm.
that time had passed.
That time, and then and don't we? Okay, I'm not going to speak of it as a definite. Okay, not a definite 1,000 years, but like a. I don't want to say I can't because I can't count the literal 1,000. I don't know which 1,000, the time span, but yeah, that was when we was ruling. That was that their Dark Ages is when because remember we was ruling at that time.
That's right.
And of course, you know that book right there, Nature No Color Lines. You'll see the crests and all that kind of stuff in there. That's a good book to show you our rulership when they didn't even know how to wash their behinds. Right? Go ahead.
Khan. Oh, okay, Khan. All right. So during this period that the Europeans referred to as their Middle Ages or Dark Ages, Europe had lost their previous skills in seafaring and the concept of longitude and latitude.
Right. So he's saying they lost that concept of being able to maneuver boats.
Mm-hmm.
Like they didn't understand the concept of longitude and latitude.
Right.
Right. Where you got black people who was coming to Americas. You got, we was even Solomon. They had boats and all that kind of stuff. We understood how to navigate the sea, how to seafare. Go ahead.
Khan had lost their previous skills in seafaring, mm-hmm. and the concept of longitude and latitude mm-hmm. had been also lost from their memory.
Uh-huh.
They came out of this period in history, according to Professor Leonard Jeffries.
According to who?
Professor Leonard Jeffries.
A professor, right? Let's just say this is a professor. And in order for you to take on the title of a professor, the camera, Salaki. In order for you to take on the title of a professor, you must work where?
In a college.
Let's go. Keep going.
They came out of this period in history, according to Professor Leonard Jeffries of City College of New York. Land poor, people poor, and resource poor.
So they came out of the Dark Ages poor, right? They were poor people in culture, in riches, money, and everything. Mm-hmm. In everything, they were a poor people. Go ahead.
The European established the slave trade.
They did what?
They established the slave trade.
They did what? Say it one more time.
The European people established the slave trade.
Why?
And used it to begin an economical recovery.
Ain't that a different way of looking at it?
Right.
That they were so messed up that they did it this way to create some type of economics for themselves?
Because the land that they stole, they didn't know how to till the land
right.
that they stole.
Mm-hmm.
They didn't know how to harvest the land.
Mm-hmm.
So they knew that the people that was there before knew how to harvest, but the people that was there before them was going to war and fighting against them.
Mm-hmm.
So then, of course, that's when they went abroad and came and got the rest of us.
And so so he's able to see on this level that they use slavery to do what? Elevate themselves out of the Dark Ages. Right, out of their mud hole. You know, that's what pigs sleep in, slide. Right. Out in mud holes. Go ahead.
Good night. Let me see. You want me to go down to this one right here?
Let me see something real quick.
Actually,
Yaquadis said they didn't brush their teeth.
They ain't do nothing. That's the bubonic plague. That's why you say God bless you when you sneeze. Because they thought you was going to die.
Ooh, yeah, we got to go down. Damn.
Yeah,
let's just finish that. Let's just finish that.
Yeah.
We'll just finish that. Yeah.
So start right here.
Yeah,
start here.
that top one. You can do that one. It's almost like, man.
Yeah, this joint.
I can't.
I think I might have to borrow this book.
Yeah, you can take it. I told you, somebody was going to sign it out.
All right. The Pope authorized Portugal and Spain.
Who?
The Pope authorized Portugal and Spain to reduce to servitude all infidel people. Most of the declared infidels were African and Asians.
Right. So the Pope was the one that declared slavery to be like biblical.
Right.
What else has the Pope, like this person who is a what? He's ultimately a what? A leader of where? Rome. He's a leader of Rome. And so, of course, Esau and Jacob, right? You take it back to Esau and Jacob. Remember Esau said when his father was on his dying bed, the days of my father are at hand. Thence will I slay my brother Jacob.
Right.
It's a spiritual. Do you ever wonder why they just want to kill you? You don't even know why the hell do they just want to kill you? They just want to fillet you. That's why it's a spiritual hatred. A perpetual hatred. They don't even understand. They probably don't even understand it stems way back from then.
Right.
Right. And it's the same concept from Jacob and Esau. It's the same concept from Cain and Abel.
Right.
Right. Same concept. Yeah. And what was that last part? What was you reading?
It says infidel people. Most of the declared infidels were African and Asians.
Right, Africans and Asians. Okay, black people, and when they say Asians, right? Because I have yet to see this Asian hatred, this Asian slavery that they talk about. However, I do know a people that's called Afro-Asiatic. Still the same people. Don't matter how you cut the cake.
Right.
Still the same cake. When you look at, we have a Time Life book down here, right? Where Hitler was showing the Third Reich a movie. He was showing the Third Reich a movie on what the Jews look like. And remember on that picture, it's what is that damn book at, man? Right there. Can somebody grab this for me right here? I just want to make a point to you. If you could, real quick, I just want to make this point. It's the fifth book in from the left. Boom. I'm gonna show you how it's talking about the same people. I can go directly to the page. So Hitler was showing a movie to the Third Reich. You know, the Third Reich was his boys. And in the movie, what he was showing, he showed that this person right here was a bastard. That's the bastard. But these were the Jews. Now, he only got one out of these wrong. But the Oriental, what's Oriental? What's another name for Asian is Oriental.
Right.
The Oriental don't look like, Sue Young.
Right.
That look like y'all brothers. The nigger. That word, I got to Google that one. I'm not sure what that would mean. But that's who he's saying, who the Jew is. And he's showing that dude is the bastard. But he is saying that Ham is the Jew, but we ain't no damn Ham. See what I'm saying? So we understand when he say African and Asian, it's
talking about
still black people.
Right.
Black people or African Americans or Afro-Asiatic. Go ahead.
Khan. This was the official rationale for the Atlantic slave trade.
Right.
During this period, Europeans not only began to colonize most of the world, they also colonized information about the world.
They colonized what?
Information about the world.
Right. They took information about the world. Right. Read on.
They colonized the Bible.
They did what?
They colonized the Bible.
No. You mean to tell me that somebody would do that?
Right. I thought it was their book.
Right. You mean to tell me that somebody colonized the Bible? Right. And maybe that's where we get God loves everybody from? Maybe that's where we get God is all forgiven and all love, and you gotta love the oppressor. No, turn the other cheek and give the other one to beat. That's maybe that's where we get those doctrines.
Damn right.
Why the hell don't Christians? What are we doing? What am I doing? What am I doing different that they don't understand?
Not being afraid.
You understand? Like, I'm supposed to be this convict, and somebody who society then cast away. Kohol. I didn't got a charge. Something that if you black in America, you destined to have. Destined to have one, right? I wouldn't pick one past nobody. You got it.
What you said is, heavy, and it reminds me of the fact that I see a lot, and I know Christians, they get mad when we say this, but they're weak, and there's we decide to face the truth and then to teach that even through ridicule. But something that I saw on social media, it just bothered me.
What's that? It
was there's a show called Them. And it's a weird take on racism, but it puts
that was a movie, or
it's like a show, and it was the comments of the people on social media that kind of messed me up. And it was this one sister on there that was like, I had to stop watching it because it was making me too mad. I'm gonna just watch something happy. And it was like, she don't even want to face fictional hatred, even though that's what was happening to us. So they just want to, sweep everything under the rug, not face it, and really say, okay, this is my enemy. They never, treated us right. Forget getting justice. Let's pretend like it never happened, and then we can all live together. And that's just weakness.
Because it's definite weakness. Is definite weakness. But what we try to help our people to understand is still be angry. Even if you ain't got the heart to do what we do, let us do that. Support us. You see what I'm saying? You may not have the heart. Okay, well, I do. Kohal does. Isaiah does. Thasiem does. These sisters do. Support us. Support the men and women that do have the heart to fight. That's literally what we should be doing. But instead, what we'll rather do, turn on something nice. I'm going to just turn on something that just kind of takes my mind away from it. Make me laugh a little bit, right? Make me happy. Make me gay inside. Right. And they can't shut me down for that, because that means happy. Right? Make me all happy inside, right? Make me all happy inside. Strike. Since I wasn't gonna call us like.
That is true, because one time, probably 6 or 7 years ago, me and my mom started going to this church. Our neighbor in the community invited us, and I wanted to go. And she said, "I'm not going though. He keeps talking about sad stuff. He keeps talking about
like what?"
She said, "Well, we are reading the book of Revelation." She said, "Well, maybe I'll go back. We stopped reading from the book of Revelation."
Damn.
But I went a couple more times, but I enjoyed going with it.
Yeah. And then it just stopped you from going too, right? And that was the last time you've been to church, or?
No, I went back again after that.
But you wasn't no real church going type. Yeah. Like, man, I didn't got up.
We didn't read from the Bible at all. Just a whole bunch of shit in the job.
Yeah, let me tell you about the Lord. All right, the Lord. Like, wait a minute, ain't he in there? Wait, he in there? You got it.
Like, what's being said is so heavy, because you think about it. That movie, they cloned Tyrone, and the anger that we have, you know what I mean? That's the reason why it was the same thing. They had the pastor was being cloned.
I gotta watch that.
They had the drug dealer that was being cloned.
Yeah.
They had the prostitute, and then they had the what was the other one? Oh, they was talking. There was a scene with the hairdresser. You know what I mean? So you go on the hairdresser, and the girl was talking about all her problems. But then while she was getting her hair
was that the stuff they was putting putting stuff in your hair?
Once they put that hair stuff in and got that relaxing and got on night, she was like, you know what? Maybe I should forget about it because we go, like you said, it's like a pacifier. If I look good, I feel good. You know what I'm saying? If I go to church and all you doing is getting the feeling, you know what I mean? You go to church, there ain't nothing but a seance. You just go in there and hearing a whole bunch of music. You know what I mean? And it's going to get you through this week. And that's what they tell her. That's what they get you. So again, you're getting rid of that anger. You're going somewhere where you can feel, somewhere make you feel good, make you forget your sorrows.
I mean, I never felt, it's crazy because I never felt all that. I understood the play because my cousin was the pastor.
Right.
So I understood what the hell he was doing.
Right.
Right. I never felt anything. I went up there to see if I can feel it. You should have seen us up there looking crazy.
I tried it too.
We 6'5" up there falling out, looking crazy. He didn't hit the Zion hit.
Oh snap!
He didn't touch mine. We looking at each other.
Over there pop blocking.
Right. Just fall the hell out, just because you see everybody else doing it.
Right.
You fall out for no damn reason. Look, man, nah.
Let me find out he hit you with the jacket.
Like, it take two people to lay Tazaiwan big ass down on the ground.
Tazaiwan looking down before he go. Like,
like hold on.
All right, there's a
like, man, get up there and go sit down. Go sit your ass down. Taking up all the space. Taking up all the space. But that's what happened. They had us in there. We went in there a few times too. And they, you know what I mean? Go ahead. You can keep going.
Okay, Khan. They colonized all complementary images that non-European people held of themselves.
Right. So, what's one that we know for sure?
Khan, the most effective of all these.
Hold on, real quick. You said they take images and they take them for themselves. What's the main one that y'all can think about that comes to mind?
Oh,
Christ. Job 9:24, right? Go ahead.
Okay. The most effective of all these colonized images was their colonization of the image of God.
Stop playing. And look, everything that he's saying, everything that he's so good with what he's saying that about his own people. Right. You know what I'm saying? That we got scriptures that go. You see, Job 9:24. This, that. You know, he's saying exactly what we say.
Right.
Right, but he's just saying it about his own people. So somehow it's not racist because he's saying it. Right. But if I go to say it, I'm going to get my channel shut down. I'm going to get the general channel shut down. You know what I mean? Go ahead.
Khan. Through missionaries, adventurers, freebooters, and slave traders, they began to propagate the concept that God favored them over other people.
Wait a minute.
Oh my gosh.
So if God didn't favor them, if he understands that this is a ploy, right? This was something that was made up, then okay, he doesn't reveal it, but then God does favor somebody. It's just not done.
Right.
Right. Go ahead.
They were saying in essence that all Europeans
were
the chosen people of God. Good night.
That's what they say now.
Yep.
That's what they say today. Now European people are bickering over who are the real Israelites.
Right.
Jewish people say that they the real Israelites, and that Christians are. If you ever see that, I'm gonna show y'all some videos, right? Because I'll go in there and watch some of their classes, right? Their so-called Saturday class. Jewish people say that Christians are Esau, but then you have Christians, white Christians that say that Jewish people are Esau. They're just fighting for who's going to be Esau because nobody want to be Esau.
Right.
But in all actuality, both sides are Esau. They're both the same people.
Right.
They're both the same people. Right. Read on.
Khan. Europeans have a tendency of proclaiming ideas to the world that they do not believe.
They have a tendency of proclaiming ideas. I need Christians to just read this. Y'all just take this stuff and just put them in the Christian platforms. They have a tendency of proclaiming to the world ideas that they don't believe.
Themselves.
Let me give you. Y'all want me to give y'all a famous one? God loves everybody.
Right.
John 3:16. God knows my heart. All that kind of stuff that they tell you that Christians say is something that they learn from theology school.
Right.
And it's all stuff that is not factual.
They don't even believe themselves.
It's stuff that they don't even believe. How does God love everybody when it clearly he doesn't love Esau?
Right.
That means he don't love everybody,
right.
man. Why do we got to be so smart?
I remember having a conversation with somebody that's a Christian and proving to them that Esau was talking about all of Edom, and that God did not love them, and they were all going to come, to an end and cease to be on, this earth.
Right. They thought it was just that one dude.
And then once I proved that to this person, they tried to make up a whole different scenario on the possibility of that not happening.
Yeah. That's usually what Christians do. Right. You catch them on one point, they flip to another, flip to another, flip to another. You got it.
Come on.
I'm gonna finish off this paragraph. I probably won't. It's some more stuff in there, man. It's some heavy stuff. Maybe I'll do it Thursday or something. Or maybe one of y'all. Maybe y'all could do it on Christian. When you take the book, y'all show on Sunday or something.
Okay. Europeans have a tendency of proclaiming ideas to the world that they do not believe themselves and would not dare to live by if they are going to hold power over most of the people of the world.
Right. One nation under God. One nation under God is a lie.
Right.
That is nonsense. It is one nation under God where white people rule it.
Right.
That's literally what it is. That is something to make you feel good and warm inside. You know what I mean? One nation. We're all the same people, even though we understand that we all just came from different nations. We all just came from different nations. How are we going to just make up one nation? That makes no sense. None. Read on.
The war on non-European culture.
The war on non-European cultures, black people and others, right? Go ahead.
That had been going on before the emergence of Europe now continue. Mainly under European control. The Europeans were now telling their victims, that the world waited in darkness for them to bring the light.
Right. He just made a heavy point right there. I want all black people, anybody on this, 40 people in here to understand that you was a victim.
Right.
You was a victim.
Right.
A lot of people, you like, man, what? Nigga, I'm 250. 250, son. You know what I'm saying? Whatever. I'm 250, 6'5", whatever. I'm 6, whatever. I ain't no victim. Yeah, you was. Yeah, you was. You was a victim. I was a victim. I had to realize that, Kohol. When I came into this school, I had to realize that I was a bitch. No matter how hard I was on the street, no matter how many people I done stuck up, all of this stuff that I used to represent before this and all that meant nothing.
Right into what they wanted you to do.
Meant nothing. I was a bitch. Go ahead.
The Europeans, the Europeans were now telling their victims that the world waited in darkness for them to bring the light.
Who do they tell that to? Us. That's in college learning this goofy stuff, right? In high school learning this stuff. They teach us that we were in darkness, sitting around twiddling our thumbs and not doing anything intellectual, waiting for them to come and save the damn day.
Yeah.
That is crazy. Read on.
Where in actuality,
in reality, read on.
Everywhere the European went outside of Europe, he put out the light of his victims' culture.
He put out the light, right? Because what is he doing? What does that mean? He puts out the light. He destroys your culture and takes it in for himself.
Right.
Right. He takes it in for himself. That's their MO. Right. That's what they do. I think he said it in another part earlier where they take things and take them for themselves. Right. I have a video that trying to see how I can use it. But it's a lady, and she's breaking down how Hollywood started in the early Americas, and she's saying that in the early Americas, white people, black culture wasn't accepted by white people, by mainstream America. So in order for black culture to get out into the movies, and this is her words, that Jewish people took black culture, learned about it, consumed it, and then put it out as their own. That's not my words. I have the video. I got the video. So what else of ours have people taken and put out as their own? Right. Go ahead.
Put out the light of his victims' culture.
Yeah.
Spirituality.
They put out our culture, Kohal. They put out our spirituality. Read on.
And cultured way of life.
And our cultured way of life. Remember, black people are one of the most spiritual people you can, you know what I mean? But Jesus, I don't care what the hell is going on. I mean, you know, black people can't refrain from talking in that pastor cadence. We can't refrain from praying. We can't refrain. Like, we're a spiritual people. So like, we are a spiritual people. And they, what did it say that they put that out?
They put the light of his victims' culture, spirituality, and cultured way of life.
Right. They blotted all that out. Read on.
Not only did he not understand their culture.
Right. He didn't even understand our culture.
Understand what he was taking. That's what Salakia said.
That is crazy.
That's why he can turn around and say to you, well, the Revelations 2:9 says.
Yeah, because he don't really even understand it.
Too fast. Not only did he not understand their culture, he had no intention of understanding their culture.
He don't care about it.
Don't care about it.
Read on.
Europeans declared war on the structure of every society they invaded or were welcomed into as visitors.
Right, and we see that, right? We see our structure being attacked, allowing homosexuality, drugs, everything that we see that's demoralized or that's like lowers our morality and stuff like that. Is it morality? Which word am I thinking about? Morality, right? The stuff that we believe, the stuff that makes us good. Read that one more time.
Kind.
So like it, y'all.
Europeans declared war on the structure of every society they invaded or were welcomed into as visitors. Many societies that the Europeans pretended to civilize would have been...
They did what?
Pretended to civilize.
You know that they still pretend to civilize countries, right? They go and say, you know, in order for you to receive this aid from America, you got to accept democracy. You got to accept this. You got to accept that. And what does it come with? LGBT, the breakdown of the nuclear family, that kind of drugs, all that kind of stuff that's really going to harm you. You know?
Would have been better off had the Europeans left them alone.
Yeah, all of these countries, man, all these countries would have been well off. After, you know, all the nations that they said they was going into to help, right? Like Libya, Iran, Iraq, Kuwait, those places, are those places better off? Or are those places worse off? Worse off. Those places are worse. America went in there pretending to bring democracy, pretending to help out when really you created the civil unrest that's going on in this place. Why? Because you just funded the guerrillas. You just gave the guerrillas American-made weapons and Israeli-made weapons to fight the government. Right. That's why everything that's going on. It ain't because the people hate the government. It's because you're fueling this.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? And then now, what do? all across the media, they'll tell you that somehow this dude is bad. So what? So then, the American public would be, oh yeah, he's a bad guy. So when they go kill him or they go unalive him, you don't think nothing of it. You don't even think nothing was wrong. You think the world is a better place because that happened. When it's all a lie. It's all a lie. Read on. Any more? I'm gonna finish that last look. That's it. Man, I gotta leave it there, y'all. I gotta leave it there. I'm running out of time. Isaiah was still reading. Isaiah was still reading the book. You know what I mean? I'll have the brother read it out again. What book was we reading from?
This is the Iceman Inheritance.
The Iceman Inheritance by Michael Bradley. He's the same one that wrote, what was that, Kahal?
13 Chosen People of the
Caucasus. He's the same one that wrote Chosen People of the Caucasus, right? So it's some heat, it's some fire. Isaiah is going to have the book. So if you want him to bring out some more from the book, I got all the stuff highlighted. They got their show coming out. What is it? Sunday at what time? Y'all doing the show Sunday? Lord willing, they do the show Sunday, man. You might see that book come out. And with that being said, I'm gonna pass the class over to Precinct Officer Kohal. You got the Johns? You got them? No, I don't got it.
I'll put it on your phone. I'm gonna send it to the chat.
Yeah. All right, you two are.
This is ISUPK security announcements, rules for new brothers and sisters. When a new brother or sister comes into the school, they are off limits for 6 months. They are here to shed themselves with the world. After 6 months, if a brother or sister has a particular interest in a person, they are to seek counsel from the heads. Also, we have tithes, which is a commandment, which you can be found in Numbers 18:21, and also Malachi 3:8 through 10. Ma'ashera, which is a tenth in Hebrew, which is 10% of every penny that you earn. Also, we have a free will priest offering. It is not mandatory, but if you'd like to provide a bottle, funds, again, it's not mandatory, but it is greatly appreciated. Up and coming holy convocations.
What's that? I think it's. No. Oh, okay.
February 22nd, Feast of Purim. So if you can get out to a school in your area, go ahead and do that. Get with the brothers and sisters, so you can go ahead and get it on.
Y'all know we'll be down in Delaware South.
Smyrna, yeah.
There will be a 202 North DuPont.
202 North DuPont Highway in Smyrna, Delaware. Also, if you want to be a trooper in the school, remember to wear all black boots, pants, war scarf, headband, shirt. With that being said, Men of Israel, Amaidim, which is a stand. Men of Israel, Amaidim Shabbat, Amaidim, Barak,
Yahweh Hashem Yahushua Barakatam.
Yajmatah, Sar. We're going to turn to the sisters, give them a courtesy salute. Men of Israel, Amaidim Shabbat, Amaidim, Barak,
Yahweh Shema Alatham B'Hashem Yahushua.
Yajmatah, class dismissed.
The water to y'all brothers and sisters too, man. It's a little rough out there, a little rough